All right, Brian again here. We already put up a video about how to use GoPros for hunting, and we said we were going to do a Tactacam video. We're shooting same day, same situation, very informal, just to let you know and other people's know like how to use Tactacams for hunting purposes, the pros and the cons, and we're going to rate them again on reliability and also picture quality. So let's get started. I wrote down a couple of pros and cons in here. We're gonna start with the pros and then go to the cons. And I do have, again, some ways to mitigate the cons. So here is my Tactacam 5. I've used it for a couple years now and also used the 4 before that. That one kind of crapped the bed, I forget why. And I bought another one, so a 5. So you can put it either in the Tactacam FTS. We'll have a separate video on that. It's film through scope. That deserves its own video, much like this one. Or you can put it on a shotgun or even on a scope, so you can have like the overview of the scope instead of the film through scope. So I know I crapped on the GoPro remote, and for good reason. The GoPro remote doesn't work at all, but this Tactacam remote, I haven't synced this for days now. And look, I'm gonna click this and fires right up and it works, okay? So this remote, 100% reliable. I've never had it not work. So reliability for this is a 5. And then also, oh, this is actually really good. So I haven't charged this for a couple of days, and the battery is almost dead. So moving on from the remote, we're gonna go to the battery, which is actually one of the cons. So I guess we're starting with the cons. Anyways, it's just how it rolled. So this just died, okay? You need to keep these GoPro batteries completely charged or it will die, just like it did now, okay? And it dies even quicker if you have it in the actual unit, and then you need to replace it with another one. This is the battery pack, okay? And I'm gonna throw another battery in here and hopefully it works. So we're learning about the negatives in real time. So I'm gonna throw it back in there, click it, and as long as it's charged, it will work. Okay, I do have a little issue there. That third one has never really worked correctly since I got it, but this is fully charged. So if you have it plugged into the unit, it will die very, very quickly. So you need to keep it charged at all times. But if it is charged, 100% reliability. So let's talk about, that was a con. We just had to get that out of the way real quick. Let's talk about the footage for this. So the footage out of the Tactacams, it's okay. You know, it's not bad. It's really good for wing shooting because the contrast between the sky and the bird really is effective. It makes it look really good. However, if you get into foliage and you're aiming at deer or turkey or coyotes in the brush, it does look a little bit overexposed and it's less clear than the GoPro, but it's not bad. So that's that in a nutshell. Maybe the picture quality is like between a 3 and a 4, I guess, depending on what it is. I always run it at 3 power, so it's has the best quality. Okay, what else we got here for pros? Pros for this, it's a point and shoot POV camera. It's always pointing in the right direction, so you can't screw it up. Even if it's over, you know, if the GoPro's over your shoulder, the thing walks out of the view, then you're screwed. This will always be pointing in the right direction, whether you're using this for shotguns or over the scope or the film through scope. It's always pointing in the right direction. They also have a bow mount, but you know, they even say in their video, I believe, that once you shoot, you should actually alter your follow through so that you can follow the deer. I won't do that. I refuse to change my shooting style for hunting. But you know, regardless, it is capable of getting some really good footage of animals coming in and everything else. Again, we're just gonna go for the ease of use, so we can just click this on again. It's gonna work just fine. There's also toggle. You can hit these, okay, so you gotta stop that, and you can toggle the different types. I think this is zoom, this is slow motion, and then we're back to green here. I always just go on 3x, that's what this is, the green. Hold to turn off. Because 3x is just great. It has that, you know, wider view, but it's also focused a little bit on 3x. So it is super easy to use. That's another pro of this. So now we're gonna go back to the cons. We already talked about how these batteries do not stay charged. I have another issue with these batteries, and that is, okay, so we have, for example, this is the dock where you can put and charge 2 batteries. it never really maintains contact. So if you plug, at least mine anyways, if you plug it in here, it won't charge them, and you'd be able to see the charging dots over here. So what I did was, I don't actually have my better piece of cardboard, but I popped this open right here, and then I put a piece of cardboard, you know, like right in there, and then it's a little bit bigger, and you close it, and that puts more pressure on the leads. So that's one of my main complaints about the reliability of the Tactacam, is that these batteries, whenever they're in here, they aren't so tight. And I've actually started putting a little pressure on, like thin piece of paper to put pressure on the leads in this one too, because I was having the issue of, you know, I'd be looking down and my Tactacam be restarting like every couple of minutes. Sometimes I would lose whatever I was just filming, which is a big problem. Because I don't think it's my theory anyway, that the leads aren't really have constant pressure unless you put something else behind that, because they have this cap. I don't really think that their battery and cap and lead, I think they kind of invented it themselves. I don't think it really maintains that lead. Especially if I was shooting, like if I had this on a shotgun, I would shoot. Sometimes I would lose the video completely, and I've lost a really good footage that way. So that's one of my ways to get around this con of the leads not always being in contact. At least, again, that's my theory. I'm not sure. Is just putting a little bit of folded piece of paper in there and pressing those leads together. Another thing, like I mentioned, is the caps. Not only does it not really press hard enough on the batteries, I think, is this. There's like a nipple kind of right in here, and it's supposed to go right in this hole. But for some reason, I mean, you know, I'm doing it right now, and seems pretty easy, right? But a lot of times, I've had my buddies do this too, where we're fidgeting with this thing, just trying to get it all lined up completely, and you know, try to get it in there, and then sometimes we just end up pressing it, trying to turn it, it doesn't turn. I don't know why they just didn't do like a complete screw-on thing and make it as tight as possible, why they had to go with this like hole thing. Right now, like I said, it's working just fine, but sometimes we've missed like shots on ducks trying to swap batteries and stuff. I just think it's not a very good system. They should just go with a regular screw-on. So that's another con. Okay, so we went over the pros and the cons. Just a quick recap. The pros of this is extremely reliable. Click this button, it's gonna work. Click the remote button, it's gonna work. The things that are cons about it is, so the contacts and the leads, sometimes they don't really connect, and it leads to issues of not charging or maybe not recording the videos that you think you're recording. At least that was my problems with them. The batteries do not stay charged, especially if it's in the unit, and they don't last very long at all. I have multiple batteries, and only like 1 or 2 of them actually I use because otherwise I don't trust them. They have connections, shotgun, top of scope, very good, or the FTS, but we'll have another video on this because there are some issues with it, although I am using it, so you can tell if I, you know, care for it or not. All right, if you have any questions for me, just shoot us a message on social media, drop a comment. We'll respond to it as quickly as you can. If you want to see more videos like this, just drop a like, and we'll go ahead and take that as a yes, that we should make more content like this. But other than that, have a good one, and we'll see you next time.